Hello, welcome back again to my channel. So in today's tutorial we'll create another very beautiful design and also simple design. Okay, so I'll be working with this hard base, but this is a smaller hard base. Okay, it's not so big. Okay, and you can find this in any hard store around you. I got a lot of comments asking where they can find this hard base. Most hard stores that sells hard materials sells hard bases. Okay, so you can ask them of this type of this design, the turn up style. Okay, so quickly I'll be using this. I'll be using a crinoline material, and I'm going to be using the loops. You can see that I've created this long strap that I'll use for forming the loops. And very quick one, how you achieve this is simply to get this crinoline and fold it this way, fold this side this way, and then fold again. So when you do this folding, it's either you take it to your sewing machine and sew it all through, or you use a pressing iron to press it down. Okay, so I actually sewed, after pressing mine, I actually sewed it down. You can see the line. I took it to the sewing machine and sew it. Okay, so that is what I'll be using to form some designs on this hard base. And I also work with this dog feather. Okay, so I will be needing this too. It's just a very simple design with just 2 feathers on it. Okay, so I'll be using this too. And when you look at it, you can see that I've stripped it off. Okay, some parts off. And what I quickly do is that at first, I will determine how I want this part to be, how full or how thin. Okay, then I will strip it off. You simply drag this. I hope you can see that, and strip it off. Okay, you continue to do this until you get to the size you want your feather. Okay, if you want it very small at this stage, ensure to strip it until you get to this part. All right, so this is simply what I did. And the last but not the least, I'll be adding my Alice band to this. A lot of people ask how this can be covered. I've shown it in several of my videos. So in this comment section, sorry guys, my mic went off. So in the comment section, I will highlight the one of the videos where I have shown how you form this Alice band. Okay. All right, guys. So I will be forming a kind of coily loops on this fascinator base. Okay. So what I will quickly do is that at this part, I normally light it up with this lighter, just to ensure it stops fraying. Okay, and then I'll go ahead to form the coily loops. So I'll start by placing it this way, and then I'll hold it down with a pin, and then I hope you are watching. Then I'll take it over to this part. Can you see what I'm forming? And also hold it down with a pin. I also take it down to this part. So you keep on forming the coily loop. Can you see what I'm forming here? Okay, so you also take it down with your pin. So at this point where you place your pin, you either use your hand needle and thread to stitch it down, or you apply a glue. But I'll be using my hand needle and thread, okay, to stick it down so that it stays this way. Okay, so I'm not done yet, so I'll keep on coiling this. I'll keep on coiling this and also hold it down with the pin. And this is the first step towards achieving the design we are creating. So take your time, use the glue, or you use your hand needle and thread and stitch it down. Then we'll move to the next design. So now that I've formed these circular loops and I tacked it down, I'm going to be creating the second and the third loops, okay? And what I'll simply do is to fold my crinoline strap this way, and then I'll fold the second this way. I'll also pin it down and cut the remaining. Keep that aside. Then I'm going to just form a circular loop this way, and I will place it at the center of this. So this is what I want to achieve. Okay, so if you don't get it, you can rewatch this. All right, so once I've formed them, I'll place them together and also hand stitch it in place. Okay, all right guys, so now that I've stitched this, I want to place it here on this part this way. I want to place it here. So before then, I'm going to be bringing in my feathers. Okay. Alright guys, so after applying my glue to the feathers, I will stick it at the back of this loop that I formed separately. Okay. So I will position it the way I want it to appear. Then I will stitch it down on my fascinator base. Okay. Alright guys, so while stitching, ensure that this very part is so neat. You can make your movement on the other parts of the fascinator, okay, which you can eventually cover up with flower roses or your applique, okay, while the other side is so neat. Alright, so while stitching, make it so neat. I hope you are following in this tutorial. If you have any question, you can leave it in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, give me a thumbs up. Alright, so this is it after stitching it. Okay, so you can position it this way on your Alice band or this way in your Alice band while the feather stays at the front. All right, so for any rough parts or where you stitched and the stitching is showing, you can cover it up with some roses, with some appliques, with some beads. All right, just anything to make your fascinator look so neat. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you all in my next tutorial. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining.